Roxy, your fire wife, lawyer mom, and today I'm going to share with you my homeschool room. This is one of those videos that has been highly requested, and I can't wait to share with you where we learn and where we homeschool. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm so excited today because I'm going to finally be sharing with all of you my homeschool space. Now, most of the videos that I do them from my homeschool room. And I'm really excited because I've never shared my homeschool space. I did believe I shared it a long time ago when I lived in a different home, but I've never shared this homeschool space. And so, being that I have homeschooled for 4 years, I really felt that I needed to put a space together that was going to be functional for my family. So if you're going to be looking for those Pinterest-worthy homeschool rooms, you're not going to find it here. Mine is all about function. There is a little bit of decor and a little bit of my kind of style into the room, but for the most part, our homeschool room is just what functions for us. Now, if you guys don't know, I have a 6th grader and a 3rd grader. And so that is really important for purposes of how I designed my homeschool space, because me and my oldest daughter, we pretty much meet every morning for about an hour and a half, and then she does her homeschooling independently. But I do still homeschool a little bit more with my 3rd grader, kind of getting her into that independent mode. So you're gonna see a little bit of that as you see how I design my homeschool space. Now, just a disclaimer, you do not need a homeschool room to homeschool. When we began our homeschooling journey, it was in the middle of the pandemic, and we just decided to take our kids out of school. We didn't want to send them back. And so I was homeschooling really on the fly and in our dining room. And so we have moved several times since we started our homeschool journey, and we've also lived in a rental property where I really couldn't make my homeschool space my own. Now, I did do a homeschool room tour about 2 or 3 years ago in my rental space. And so you guys can see that. I will link it in the description box below. But this homeschool space really, for me, has really felt like my own creation, because I have a home now that I own, and so I'm able to really tailor my homeschool room to what the needs of our family are. So without further ado, I'm going to share with you how I organize things in my homeschool room and the space itself. So I'm really excited to turn the camera around. All right, guys, so this is the view of my homeschool room as you walk in. So as you can see, we have a pretty large closet here, which I'm gonna open for you guys and show you. And then on this side, we have a table right here, and we have bookshelves along with a television. And I use the television quite a lot because I hook it up to my computer and show PowerPoint slides and different videos for the kids. We also do our music appreciation SQUILT live here. So I do need a television for it. And it also functions as a little TV space. I do have a little couch over here so that the kids can kind of lounge around, read a book, things like that. So I'm gonna go through my homeschool room now and show you guys how I organize things. All right, so here when you walk in, you have I have a morning time bulletin board. This little cork board is kind of where we put all of our morning time materials, things that I want to post. Like, these are our vocabulary words for our unit study for health. This is our memory verse that we are working on this month. And then this is our SQUILT Live calendar. We do SQUILT music appreciation. I will link that in the description box below, but it is our favorite day of the week when we get to do classes with Miss Mary. And so I just put kind of things that we're learning about during our morning time, which is about an hour and a half every day. This is our globe. Now, as you can see, guys, it's not really like anything crazy. Now here, I have my bookshelf. This is where we have a lot of our resources and our read alouds, along with some additional books that I like to just have for the kids to be able to pull from. Here we have the classic series. This is a classic start series, and I have a lot of the classic stories and novels that in this series. My daughter reads a lot of these. She loves them. We did a whole unit study doing these classic starts books. These are all of my Usborne readers, along with our Magic Treehouse series and some other books and resources. Down here, we have a lot of our encyclopedias. So just general knowledge, human body, all kinds of like resources that they have if they want to look something up from our lessons. Down here, I have a set of these are like the Fandex cards. I love these. I usually get them when we're doing a unit study, like we did a unit study on botany, so we got these. These are for the 50 states when we did our unit study on that. And these are the presidents. So I just keep them here, again, for reference. We have different just books on and resources. Right here, so if you go to this area right here, so this is obviously our television. This Home Sweet Homeschool Sign I got on Etsy, and I will link it in the description box below. We just put that in this year, and I really feel like it makes the space a little, space definitely much more homier with that little sign. So these books right here on the top, they're mostly my seasonal books. So I change these every month depending on the season. I have books for all different types of season, whether it be Halloween books or Thanksgiving books. So I will put those there, and we usually pull from there just whenever we can to do read alouds. Now this is my little back to school sign. We did go back to school a few weeks ago, but I haven't taken down the sign yet. I'm gonna wait until at least like September, and then I'll take it down. But I always like to put like little signs and things, but that's our little back to school banner. All right, so this area right here is our bookshelf where we keep most of our daily work, like the stuff that we do for our core curriculum and our family subjects on the day-to-day. And so each of these cubbies has a different set of curriculum. So this is the curriculum that we're currently using for this year. These two cubbies here have our family subjects. So this is all the curriculum that we use for our family subjects. And then each of my girls has their own set of two cubbies. So the top cubby right here are my younger daughter, my third graders, curriculum along with her work box and her binder that she has, her daily binder, and that's where it has all of her schedules and her assignments that she has to do throughout the week. And then on the bottom is my sixth graders curriculum along with her work box and her binders as well. And then over here, we have our morning centers. So me and my daughter, so here in this cubby, we have a box with our Moffat Girls centers. I use centers for my third grader. It's the way that I can bring a lot of the concepts that we learn throughout our school week. I put them into centers. So I find centers that go along with the concepts that we're learning in both language arts and math. And we do centers. So I keep and organize them in this shelf right here. Now this bookshelf, obviously up here we have a little CD player. We like to play our Story of the World curriculum from there. This is our Catholic Corner bulletin board, and it has the saints for the month of August, a picture of Jesus, the Sacred Heart of Jesus, and then it has this really beautiful affirmation. I am important, I am smart, I am loved, I am a child of God, I am kind, I am powerful, I am treasured. And then I got this little sign from Hobby Lobby. It just says, be you, not them. So I love that. And then this bookshelf here is where I keep all of my teacher's manuals and resources for myself and read aloud. So right here we have the Rush Revere series. I have A Patriot's History of the United States, one of my favorite books that has all of history from Columbus all the way until modern times, and I reference that book often. It's a wonderful book by Larry Schweikart. Here we have some of my daughter's sixth grade assigned reading that I'm doing for her. And then some of my other daughter's assigned reading. And then over here, I have just some books that I use to plan my homeschool year, the Home Learning Year by Year, one of my favorite books. And then What Your Third Grader Needs to Know, What Your Second Grader, that series is awesome as well. Then I also have here The Well-Trained Mind, which is kind of like something that I kind of reference to as well. Then down here, I have all of my teacher manuals. So when I need to pull my teacher manuals, they're right there. Over here is a little tray. It's 4-tiered tray where I put in like things that I have to do, stuff I have to prep, things I have to grade. My children, when they are finished with their assignments, they will put the finished assignments in the tray, and then that will be what I take out on Fridays and grade for them. Down here I have my printer. This is the Epson EcoTank ET3850. It is my favorite printer of all time. If you are a homeschool mom and you're able to do it within budget, definitely recommend this printer. I have only had to change the ink one time in an entire year, and I do a lot of printing, my friends. So this printer has saved me a lot of money, and it's wonderful. Over there, I just have like a Bluetooth speaker along with some of the CDs that we use for our curriculum. Then right here, I have a dry erase board. I usually decorate the dry erase board, but today I just kind of was cleaning it out. So it's pretty bare right now, but usually I'll have like a little border around it. And then over here is just like a magnetic thing to put my markers and my erasers. Right here is my morning cart. So I sit right here in this is our table. I sit right here, and so then I bring the morning cart closer to the table, and that's where I pull everything right there for my morning cart stuff. Now this morning cart began as a morning basket and obviously has continued to grow as my homeschool journey has continued. So hopefully we can keep it all in the cart for next year too. This right here is our table. Now we get together and learn as a family right here. This is where we do our family subjects. This is where we do our morning time. And I got this chair. This is like one of my favorite things about this homeschool room is this chair. It is from Wayfair, super comfy. I will link it in the description box below. If you are looking for a chair, my friends, this thing is like sitting on a couch. It is so comfortable. And then this is where my two girls sit, and we do all of our learning here. I also do my morning meetings at this table with each of my children as well. And then over here, I have our Homeschool Rules, and I got this as a printable from Etsy, and I love what it says. Let God lead you, work hard, snuggle with the teacher, use your imagination, ask all the questions, adventure through books, try new things, always give grace. And I will link it in the description box below if you guys want to see it and also have that. I just printed it out and put it on a frame. All right, this right here is our art cart. This is where my kids can come and use supplies along with being able to do something independently. So if I'm doing a read aloud, or even on the weekends if they're bored and they like want to do something, this cart has all kinds of how to draw books. And I could do a separate video on this cart if you guys want, leave it in the comments below. But I have like learn to draw books here. I have paint with water books. I have sticker books that I use. I have all kinds of like all the sticker dolly dressing books from Usborne. I have dot to dot books. So like this is a plethora of activities and things that my kids can do to keep themselves entertained. And then here, this is just a bin that I got from the Target Dollar Spot. And I put like scissors. We have our watercolor markers right here. Some other special markers. I have like the little stamp markers. This is just for them to come and to use. Here we have mechanical pencils and Ticonderoga pencils that are already sharpened. Down here I have our glue and glue sticks, highlighters, Sharpies, markers. And what I love is I have them in bins. So I just, when we need to use it for a project, I just pull the bin out and then I don't have to like take the whole cart with me. Down here, I have my laminator and my hole puncher, and then I just have like a bunch of extra crayons for if I want to take this out and we want to color somewhere else other than the homeschool room, or just if we run out of crayons, we can replace with those. This right here, I just put this in this year because my children wanted a little space for them to be able to cuddle up and read and grab a blanket from our family room and just kind of read. So I got this little love seat from Wayfair, and I will link it in the description box below. And under here, is all the curriculum I'm trying to sell from last year. So I had nowhere to put it. So I just stuck it under the chair there, and hopefully I can get that cleared out soon. Right here we have our world map and our US map. Over here is my desk area, and this is just kind of where I sit and do research or write or type stuff up. I have my teacher planners here. I have my planner sticker, just some books and clipboards and a ruler. I have my colored pens, and this is kind of just my area where I come in and just do my planning and stuff like that. Sometimes I'll do it on the big table as well, but I just wanted to have a little desk space for me. Now this space, I'm still kind of going to be decorating and hanging up some more stuff. Down here is a basket of extra stuff that I gotta kind of go through, and that's our little trash can. Now this is my homeschool closet. Now it is a very large closet, and what I did was I put in a Alpha system from the Container Store, and I have been organizing this closet for the last year or so, and just getting all of our stuff labeled and organized. This has been a project, my friends, that I have taken a while to do. So I'm just gonna give you a quick overview. I probably would need to do a separate video just on this closet because there's so much to go through here, but this is where I have all my homeschool stuff. So these are the treasures of homeschool. So let me just kind of show you what I do, how I have it organized. So down here are just like the first, on the bottom and the first row, and even the second row are kind of like things that my children have access to, that it makes this is what makes my homeschool room a playroom on the weekends and on days that we're not doing school. So in the baskets, I have all different types of toys. So whether it be Barbies, I have food toys, I have dress up box, all that kind of stuff. Then down here, I have like a bunch of balls and different like little sporty things for them to do. Down here, we have instruments. And that's when we have our SQUILT Live. Sometimes Miss Mary likes us to bring out some instruments, so I have a box for that. And then this is where I organize all of our board games. We have a lot of board games, and so what I did was I threw out all of the boxes and I put them into different categories. I just took the pieces out and I put them in these little bins. So I have like mystery games, bingo games, memory games, things like that. And then over there, I have like all of our puzzles, our jigsaw puzzles. And then over here, I have all of our games. It's a little bit messy because we do game nights on the weekends. So sometimes we're sifting through all of our games. And then right here, I have a box of all of our flashcards, just different flashcards, whether it be math or science, all different kinds of flashcards I have there. And these are all of our card games, our Professor Noggin card games. This is my tray where I have all of my paper. So whether it be, I have 24 pounds printer paper, 20 pounds for the kids to draw or to print stuff that I really don't need to have it on really nice paper. I have writing paper for my 3rd grader, and then just plain lined paper. So I put the good paper at the top because the kids can't reach it, and then they know to get the bottom two, and this paper because this is what I allow them to use. And then over here I just have a bunch of different manipulatives and stuff for them to play. I've got tube toys and straws and connectors. I have math manipulatives, place value, like it's all labeled. So again, one day I will do a separate video on all of this. That's where I have all of our sewing stuff. And here we have a little bit more specialty paper. I have cardstock and Astro Brights, laminating paper, construction paper, and then over here we have our art supplies. That's all back there. And then up here I have like all of our seasonal books. So I have them all labeled and they go all the way down. It's really a deep, deep closet, and I kind of wish that the doors were not so far in where I can't get, it's hard to kind of get back there. I have to get stuff out. But you know, it functions for us for now. Eventually, I'm sure I'll find a solution for it. So that is our homeschool closet. Let me just pan out and show you what it looks like. And this is it, guys. This is where we do our homeschooling. And I really love it. It's very functional for me. And I just love doing it. I love making all of our homeschool memories here. Now, we don't only homeschool here. We also homeschool everywhere else in the house. But this is kind of where we have our little area where we kind of all gather together. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed my homeschool room tour and that it gave you some inspiration and ideas on what you can do to decorate or to organize your own homeschool space. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.